Welcome to the Lakers Highlights Today channel. Before we get to the news, please leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications. Now, let's get to the Lakers news.
Hey, Lakers fans! Get ready for a complete analysis of two moves that could completely transform our roster. We're talking about real opportunities that could elevate our team to another competitive level. Let's start with some news that could make all the difference in our rotation. Mark Stein reported that Andrew Wiggins, currently with the Miami Heat, would be a target of extreme interest for the Lakers if the Heat decides to put him on the trade market. The situation is more favorable than it seems. With Luka Doncic secured in Los Angeles for the next few years through his 3-year, $165 million extension, our front office now has the freedom to make bolder moves. We no longer need to fear taking on contracts that extend beyond next season. Wiggins represents exactly what our roster needs, a two-way forward who has already proven his value in big moments. We're talking about the same player who was a key piece in the Golden State Warriors' 2022 championship. His playoff experience and ability to play on both ends of the floor are exactly what we need to support our stars. The financial math also works in our favor. The Heat may be looking for salary flexibility after Jimmy Butler's departure, and Wiggins has a $30.2 million player option for next season. That means Miami might be willing to negotiate in order to get some cap relief. Rob Pelinka has a few cards up his sleeve to make this trade happen. The first option would be to offer Maxi Kleber and Gabe Vincent, along with Dalton Knecht. The contracts of Vincent and Kleber add up to roughly $22.5 million and expire next summer, giving Miami exactly the flexibility they're looking for. Knecht would add a young, inexpensive talent to the mix. If Miami wants to push further, they could press for Rui Hachimura to be included in the package. While Austin Reeves is completely off the table, Hachimura with his expiring $18 million deal could be a viable option. A combination of Hachimura with Kleber or Vincent would work financially and give Miami the salary relief thereafter. For us, Lakers Nation, Wiggins would be a perfect addition. He complements our current core, brings winning experience, and can take on important defensive responsibilities. With our window of opportunity clearly defined for the next few years thanks to Luka's contract, this is exactly the kind of calculated move championship teams make. Now imagine for a moment Andrew Wiggins sharing the floor with LeBron James and Luka Doncic. We're talking about forming a big three that would perfectly combine experience, young talent, and tactical versatility. Wiggins would be the ideal third offensive option, capable of creating his own shots when necessary, but smart enough not to interfere with the natural rhythm of LeBron and Luka. His athleticism would allow for quick transitions and spectacular finishes, especially when fed by the pinpoint passes of our two maestros. Defensively, Wiggins would solve one of our biggest problems, guarding the league's elite forwards. While LeBron manages his minutes and Luka focuses on offensive creation, Wiggins could take on the responsibility of neutralizing players like Jason Tatum, Kevin Durant, or Paul George. This distribution of responsibilities would keep our stars fresh for the decisive moments. The most fascinating part is the versatility this trio would give JJ Redick. Wiggins can play both the 3 and the 4, allowing for devastating small ball lineups or more traditional formations depending on the opponent. With LeBron orchestrating, Luka creating, and Wiggins executing on both ends, we'd have one of the most feared lineups in the NBA. This wouldn't just be an addition of talent, it would be the formation of a winning identity that can compete with any trio in the league for the next few years. Guys, it's time to talk about a golden opportunity knocking at our door. The Sacramento Kings have put Devin Carter on the trade market, and this could be exactly what our team needs to complete the puzzle. Jake Fisher from the Stein Line and Bleacher Report dropped this bombshell, and the situation is more interesting than it seems. The reason behind the Kings' decision is simple. They want to clear cap space to sign Russell Westbrook as a free agent. Believe it, Lakers Nation. Now, let's get to the facts about Carter. We're talking about a player who was selected with the 13th pick in last year's draft, a lottery pick who still has all the potential to show. The guy went through surgery right after being drafted and was out from July until January, so he basically had no complete off-season and no proper time to develop. Looking at our current roster, Carter would be a key piece coming off the bench. Imagine him playing alongside Luka Doncic. It would be a perfect fit for JJ Redick's system. The player has the defensive characteristics our second unit needs, and his 38% three-point shooting in his college season at Providence shows that he can also contribute offensively. The reality is that our defensive perimeter, even with Marcus Smart and Gabe Vincent, needs depth. Smart has played only 54 games in the last 2 seasons, and Vincent, despite improving last year, still hasn't reached the level we expected when we signed him. The Kings' situation works completely in our favor. They're desperate to get Westbrook, and the entire league knows it. That lack of bargaining power means the price for Carter shouldn't be absurd. Even if it costs a protected first-round pick, we're talking about an investment worth every penny. Carter will enter the 2025-26 season practically as a rookie, considering all the time he lost due to injury. Making any definitive judgment on him now would be completely premature. The potential is there, the defensive tools are there, and the golden opportunity is right in front of us. Rob Pelinka needs to be bold at this moment. The Kings clearly don't know what they're doing by giving up a lottery pick for practically nothing. This is our chance to capitalize on someone else's incompetence and add a young talent who could be crucial for our rotation in the coming years. The message is clear. Devin Carter could be exactly the missing piece for us to take the next step. Now we just have to hope our front office doesn't let this opportunity slip away. Guys, let's get straight to the point about why Devin Carter should wear the purple and gold. First, we're talking about exceptional value, a first-round player available for a fraction of what he would cost in the draft. It's like finding a precious gem at a clearance sale. Carter solves our biggest problem, the lack of defensive depth on the perimeter. While other teams pay fortunes for declining veterans, we can invest in a young player who still has his best basketball ahead of him. His physical tools and defensive instincts are exactly what we need to stop the league's top guards. The timing is also perfect. With LeBron and Doncic still playing at a high level, we can't waste these windows of opportunity. Carter can contribute immediately as a sixth man, bringing energy and defense when our starters rest. And here's the most important part. He's still hungry to prove his worth. A motivated player who knows this could be his big chance is worth more than 10 complacent veterans. Carter would arrive at the Lakers with everything to prove, and that mentality is contagious. Now imagine again, for a moment, Carter sharing the floor with LeBron James and Luka Doncic. We're talking about a combination that could revolutionize our offensive and defensive rotation. Carter doesn't need the ball in his hands to be effective, which is crucial alongside 2 playmakers of LeBron and Luka's caliber. He can space the floor in the corners, be ready to catch precise passes, and knock down the three-point opportunities our stars create with mastery. Defensively, Carter would be our safety valve. While LeBron manages his minutes and Luka focuses on offense, Carter can take on the responsibility of guarding the opposing team's best guards. That frees our stars to focus where they can impact the game the most. The most fascinating part is that Carter perfectly complements what LeBron and Luka do best. They orchestrate, he executes. They create, he finishes. They lead, he follows with total intensity. It's the type of chemistry that wins championships. With this formation, JJ Redick would have tactical flexibility that few coaches in the league can even dream of. A second unit with Carter would be feared by any opponent in the Western Conference. Now, let's be realistic about these dual opportunities on our table. Rarely do we see scenarios where 2 such important pieces are available simultaneously, and our situation allows us to pursue both. The possible arrival of Wiggins represents an investment in the current elite. We're talking about an experienced veteran who has already proven he can shine alongside superstars and deliver in pressure moments. The risk is calculated, his contract doesn't compromise our future, but the immediate impact would be substantial. Carter, on the other hand, is the investment in tomorrow without compromising today. A young talent with tremendous defensive upside who can grow alongside our franchise. The price would be minimal for the potential return he offers. The most interesting part is that these 2 acquisitions complement each other perfectly. Wiggins gives us solidity and experience to compete now, while Carter provides depth and youth to sustain our success. These aren't competing moves, they amplify one another. The risks of both operations are manageable. Wiggins has a proven track record, and Carter represents a low-cost investment. The benefits, however, could be transformative for our franchise. Now we've reached the point where our front office needs to show vision and courage. We have before us the opportunity to build one of the most complete rosters in the league, combining winning experience with promising youth. Sacramento is practically offering Carter on a silver platter, while Miami might be willing to negotiate Wiggins to gain salary flexibility. These circumstances rarely align so perfectly, and championship teams know how to seize these moments. Rob Pelinka has built a solid foundation, but now it's time to be bold. With LeBron still at a high level and Doncic locked in for the next few years, we cannot waste this window of opportunity. Wiggins and Carter together represent the perfect combination of present and future. Lakers Nation deserves a front office that isn't afraid to make the moves necessary to return to the top. These are exactly those moves. Wiggins wearing purple and gold would give us a legitimate third star, while Carter would be our bet on the future. The phone is ringing, opportunities are knocking, and Lakers Nation is ready to welcome these reinforcements to Hollywood. Rob, don't let these chances slip away. Andrew Wiggins and Devin Carter could be the next big additions to the Lakers, and we all know how these additions could become fundamental championship pieces wearing the purple and gold. Now we want to hear from you. What do you think? Do you prefer Rob Pelinka to go all in on Andrew Wiggins to form an immediate big three, bet on the youth of Devin Carter, or try to make both moves happen at the same time? Leave your opinions in the comments. Until next time, Lakers Nation.